Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all students and to Dr. Amirul whose name. We are from Group 14 and we present about Keem in Ireland. Now I will present the members. First, Nohanis Hanani, magic numbers 261759. Nur Sohada 262604. Fatin Husna Akilah 264050. Amirul Hakim 267611. And Nur Sabrina 2725. Our Keem in Ireland is located at the western end of the Achill Island and it is one of the most picturesque beaches in Ireland. Keem has been named as Ireland's favourite seaside resort. Keem Beach is virtually uninhabited and the only building is a former Coast Guard station, and it also provided a peaceful and magnificent retreat from the 21st century. Keem has a strong connection with fishing industry, and in 1950s and 1960s, Keem is a location for artist shark basking industry. Keem is one of the jewels in Achill Island, and it was one of the top beach destinations to visit in Ireland. National Geographic defined Keem as a beauty of nature and also because of the most beautiful long cove at the end of the island. The water of the beach is so clear in good weather and it's perfect for tourists who want to have a good and comfortable swimming. During April until August, Keem Beach will close to the tourists because during that time period is basking shark season. At that time, we can see the beautiful and unique scenery of basking shark swimming at the beach coast.
Hi, alright Anis, thank you for your presentation. And for my part, type of resort. So we choose Charma Villa Hotel, and it is inspired from Andaman Resort in Langkawi. So why do we make Andaman Resort as an example? Because we like to open the eyes of the world to see that how Malaysia looks like. We like to promote the culture of Malaysia to the world. The theme for the resort is tropical and eco-friendly. Keem Bay or Keem Beach, it is located in Ireland. So Ireland is a very windy and cold country. It is not the same as Malaysia. They choose tropical and eco-friendly so that we do not use too many electricity, or because we want to save the energy, save the environment of the island. We don't want the country to be polluted with disaster. Yes, because it is very beautiful country. It is taken well care. So let's move on to take a look of our resort. So this is how it looks like for the exterior. It is in here only concept. It's not the real picture. So that is how it looks at the entrance. Okay, this is the interior design of the resort. We do not use too many electricity. We do not use air condition or a fan because yes, we use natural resources, natural environment like wind. We only use the light to, yeah, because I believe Malaysian cuisine is the perfect cuisine to promote to the customer that came to the resort. To promote the culture of Malaysian cuisine, we want them to know that Malaysian cuisine use all the natural resources, because our resort is near to the Keem Beach, the sea. We take all the resources to make the food using the sea, the fish from the sea, the lobster or shrimp or crab, yes, anything we use only from the sea. So that's all from my part, and I pass on to the next presenter. Thank you.
Now I will explain about the government or public policies pertaining to the destination and development at Achill, Ireland. From a tourism policy and sustainable development strategy perspective, within the last few decades, several significant policies are produced by the Department of the Environment and the state-sponsored bodies and executive agencies. And these are the following objectives: to optimize the economic and social benefits to Ireland of the promotion and development of tourism, both to and within the country, consistent with ensuring an acceptable economic rate of return on the resources employed and taking account of the tourism potential for job creation. Next is the quality of life and development of the community, the enhancement and preservation of the nation's cultural heritage, the conservation of the physical resources of the country, and the tourism contribution to regional development. The principal goals and policies defined in 1997 publication Sustainable Development, a Strategy for Ireland were designed to inform the development and delivery of policies and programs around environmental protection and sustainable development. Sustainable tourism involves a positive approach to harmonizing the interactions between tourism, the physical environment, and the host communities. The Tourism Development Policy. Further development of Achill tourism regarding other tourist sites and destinations in County Mayo is important so that Achill is not an out-of-the-way destination. The tourist season needs to be lengthened and new markets needs to be established. Islanders must determine what is unique about Achill and then determine what target market best suits the island product. Achill policy on tourism should be stated. Achill shall promote tourism in a sustainable and environmentally friendly manner. Following are the policy-specific components that Achill Island needs to consider preserving the island's scenic beauty, culture, and tourist appeal. First is the landscape environment policy. The policy should protect viewsheds, shorelines, and beach areas from developments which cause impact to these areas. The policy should state that Achill Island strongly opposes all development which threatens viewsheds, development which is intrusive on the landscape, development which adversely 101 impacts the environment of Achill, and any development which is not the best interest of the island and its residents. Next is the Irish language cultural policy. Areas with a concentration of Irish speakers need to be given careful consideration regarding suitability for development. The policy should state Achill Island policy promotes the Irish language to make the entire island population bilingual eventually. All proposed development will be carefully examined to determine its adverse impact or positive influence on the Irish language. Achill Island will oppose development which is determined to impact the use of Irish adversely. Regarding vernacular architecture and holiday home construction, emphasis should be on cluster or village development or new construction. The inventory suitability map should support specific areas for cluster development. The policy should also be sought to protect and promote the use of vernacular architecture in new construction. The policy should state new construction and developments must include vernacular architectural elements particular to Achill Island. Community development policy within Achill Comprehensive Plan, careful planning and consideration need to be given to developing the villages on the island which receive little tourism revenue. Tourists travel through much of the island's western and southern portion, leaving little in terms of tourism revenue. Developing employment opportunities on the island will help retain and encourage youth to stay on the island and raise families instead of leaving to find employment elsewhere. Regarding the tourism business, the focus of Achill Plan should be on developing small-scale, locally owned and managed tourism enterprise that may spread benefits more widely throughout the island community.
Thank you, Sabrina, for the explanation. Hi, my name is Nuswada, and I'm going to continue the presentation with the resort planning process, which is the conceptualization, planning, and initiation. Next one is feasibility analysis. The third one is the commitment, and the fourth one is the design, layout, and construction, and the final one is the management and operation. So in the planning stage, we will have discussion with various individuals and groups consist of the developers team, the hotel management companies, properties owners, public agencies such as interest group from the national to the local level. We'll be now setting the objective for the proposal. So the main objective are to become the preferred hotel group of choice for the business and leisure traveler operating in mid-price market. And financial objective are to achieve a long-term appreciation. The next one is to have the owner-manager type of hotel management, and the last one is the development objective, which is to develop a product which appeals to the market. Having a isolate development issues such as the lack of enforcement towards the land use control and adequate project specification, inexperience, parties' original inspiration, and a mixed use of development. The last step we need to do in the planning phase is to consider the impact of the government regulation and the restriction on the land use. The policy of the government is the landscape protection policy, which state that the development must not interfere with the view prospect and the amenities of the sites. We're going to have 4 types of analysis, such as the economic, legal, environmental, and social. So for economic feasibility, we'll be having a cost-benefit analysis to determine the project net value and the project return on investment. So for legal feasibility, we'll be having an analysis of the legal framework and to assess the legal readiness of the procuring authority, and the in-depth legal analysis in the main project issue will be done. Next one is the environmental feasibility, which is the identification of legal and regulatory aspect to obtain the environmental approval. This is where the EIA, environmental impact assessment, will be done. So for social feasibility, we'll be having a social impact analysis, which is to identify the people reside and residents who are working within the project areas. The commitment stage. This is where we're going to have the written report of the findings. It is about the final outcome of the analysis in the previous stage, and we will be having a final negotiation to discuss the outcome of the analysis, whether it's positive or negative, and then we'll be having a decision making whether to proceed or decline the proposal. That's all from me. I pass to another presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatina Husna Akila. So I will continue to present about design, layout, and construction. So as you can see, here is our resort planning for design and layout. Okay, we do have 3 restaurants and another one is bar. Sparkle Restaurant, Libis Restaurant, Palace Libis Restaurant, and Sparkle Bar. Okay, for the administration, front office department, meeting room, and admin office. Meeting room is nearby to the admin office. Front office department is the most important department in our resort. And then we provide a recreation for our guests, which is wellness center. Wellness center is a place for the guests if they want to do yoga, if they want to do a gym. So we provide them. And then spa. Spa is nearby to wellness center. This is our strategy. Or tired after doing a gym, after doing a yoga, so they walk to the spa. Okay. And then we provide a tennis court for our guests to be more enjoyable to stay in our resort. And we also have pools. We don't have private pools, but we just only have public pools. And then the last one is number 12 here. Here is our gazebo, number 12. And then we do have rooms and suite, which is A1 until G7. For your information, E5 is the only one our suite room. So construction is preparing and executing the construction management documents. Construction planning, the documents that we need to prepare is the minutes of price negotiation meeting, cover notes for insurance policies, and many more. And then for the construction planning, we need to prepare the quality procedure, inspection and testing plan, working method statement, and also many more. For the construction implementation, we need the product quality control. Either the product has been followed the material specification or not. Testing and accreditation. Okay, testing and accreditation is works that are related to testing the material or system. Okay. And then next is pre-submission and submission. Is we will do a document if let's say there is any disability of the product. So the contractor has to fix it, and then the contractor has to list the disability of the product. So prepare project. The project has been ready. The project is being fully finished. So these 3 will be a strong successful factor of the result, which is why we do need an experienced worker before opening the result. Okay, ensure that all the things has been prepared. For example, we need an experienced worker in front office department. Prepare the check-in and check-out procedure. We need them to prepare the standard of procedure of front office. We need them to prepare the key card holder. And also, we know why result is running. We want to ensure that the quality of the service that has been delivered to the guests. Of course, for the high season, the management and operation has to up the pricing. This is the key. We have to manage the pricing, and management and operations has to know how to manage the pricing. In distribution, The management and operation also has to distribute the product. Online travel agency, for example, like Agoda, Traveloka, Booking.com, and also many more. They have to allocate their role to all of these travel agencies. This is also will be a successful management and operations. Gantt chart progress. Study recognition and preparation we will do in week 1 until week 2. Also, a study recognition and preparation determination of goals and objectives we will do in week 1 until week 2. And then for the week 3 until week 4, we will do a survey of existing data. Week 5 until 7, we will do analysis and synthesis, initial policy and plan formulation. We will take 3 weeks to do this. And then recommendations, we will take 2 weeks to do recommendations. And then week 10, we will do an implementations. While we will do an implementation, we will also do monitoring and then reformulation. That's all from me. Thank you.